class very much wants to stay together. They've been together, many of them, now 2 semesters at least, right? Eileen, I think,
Yeah.
beginning in this class, right?
Yes.
And so we're going to try to come up with a couple of dates over the summer where we can get together as a class. I have asked if we can continue to use the it's 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Zoom line that I've been using. Last summer, they said, yes, of course, I could use it all summer long. No one else was going to be using it. And Women's League is closed on Friday, so I don't think it'll be a problem. But what I'll do is I'll make one combined email list, this group and the morning group. I'll combine and email you all together, tell you what dates are possible, talk about what we want to go over. My one goal for all of you is to become completely fluent in Ashrei, of course. I just will not, I refuse to give up on Ashrei. I know you guys will master it and you will feel very accomplished when you do. So, but I'm open to some other suggestions. So that's my story. For today's class, let me move my papers out of the way. I'm going to share my screen because it's just
we're not having a party.
It's hard to have a party like this, but I have something planned for the end. A little siyum, a little celebratory, a little thing. So, but it's too early for that. So I'm going to share my screen. We have some learning to do. As it is still class. Okay. So can everyone see this clearly? This is the prayer for the state of Israel in Hebrew, right?
I wasn't able to print that from what you sent.
Really?
It didn't come print in a printable form, which I would like to do very much.
Well, it should be a PDF file or a PNG file.
Would you mind sending it one more time?
No, I bet this because maybe I sent it as a PNG, not a PDF.
No. It came very tiny.
I'm going to export it as a PDF to my desktop right now.
The top line is not clear on my screen.
Right, because it's just the name of the prayer.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, tefillah. Okay.
Yeah. So, Eileen, I just exported it to my desktop as a PDF. And so after class, I can send it to you as a PDF.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, because I bet I sent it as a PNG, which is a photo file. Not so easy. Okay. The other thing I want to do, give me 1 second. Oh, here, it opened right to it. So this prayer in English, in my book, let's see. I wonder, I'm curious. Give me 1 more second. I'm going to open it in both books. In this book.
Wait a minute, I did get it. It wasn't, that's not the one I couldn't get.
Okay.
I'm sorry to do that.
Not a problem.
Another one that I couldn't get.
Okay. So this prayer in English, I know we haven't talked about it, but I'm going to share with you. So the English of this prayer is, Our Father in heaven, stronghold and redeemer of the people Israel. Bless the state of Israel, the beginning of our redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say amen.
Amen.
So that's what the prayer means. Let me read it, and then I'm going to have you read it back to me, but we're going to skip around. We're not going to start at the top line. It's going to be my Ashrei philosophy, and if you always start with the top line, you lose your steam before you get to the end. So anyway, here I'll read to you. Avinu sheba shamayim, tzor Yisrael v'go alo, barech et medinat Yisrael, reshit smichat geulatenu, hagen aleha ve'evrat chasdecha, ufros aleha sukat shlomecha, ushlach orcha ve'amitecha lera sheha, sareha v'yo atseha, v'taknem be'etza tova milfanecha, hazek et yedei mugine eretz kadshenu v'hanchilem Eloheinu Yeshua ve'ateret nitzachon te'atren v'natata shalom ba'aretz v'simchat olam v'yoshveha v'nomar amen. Okay? All right, so let's start. How many lines? 2, 4, it's 7 lines. We'll start here in the middle, which is the 4th line down. Okay? Marcia, do you see where I mean?
Yeah,
Va'a.
mitka,
Exactly. So will you read that line?
yeah. Mitka l'rashecha sarecha v'yo atsecha v'taknem be'etza tova.
Excellent. Thank you. Sylvie Ann, will you read the next line?
Milfanecha Adam Tach
So this is the Zion. Ignore
What's it?
this dot. This is a Zion.
Hadsak
Hazek.
Hazek. I always do that with the A. I don't know what.
Hazek is
Hazek.
strength. Yeah, Hazek.
Hazek et Yadei Magina
A.
Magine
Mhm.
Magine Eretz Kad Shenu
Mhm.
Vahal Han Lame.
Very nice. Thank you. Okay. Lorraine, will you read the second to last line?
Eloheinu, Yeshua, Va'ateret, Nitzachon, Ta'at Rain,
It's really Atren.
Ta'atren, Vinatata,
Yep.
Shalom.
Very nice. Okay. Eileen, the last line.
Ba'aretz,
Ba'aretz. Yeah.
ba'aretz, v'sim, chat.
Simchat.
Olam,
Mhm.
Leyosh, Veta.
So veha. This is a hey. Veha. Yoshveha.
I'll say that again. Leyosh, Veha.
Yes.
You know,
V.
Venomar.
Exactly.
Amen.
Exactly. Okay. Now, Marcia, will you continue by starting at the top of the prayer?
Avinu Shabashamayim Zur Yisrael Vago Alo Borek et Madinat.
Very nice. And this is, see, it proves my point, how smooth that first line is, right? Simeon, will you continue?
Yisrael Reshit Samichat Geula Tenu
Mhm.
Hagain Al Alecha.
Aleha. Yeah,
Aleha.
Aleha. Right,
Alecha.
exactly. It just ends in a hey, but very nice. Lorraine, will you continue?
Evrat, Chasdecha, Ufros,
Mhm.
Alecha, Sukkot, Sukkot,
Mhm.
Shalomech,
Yep,
Ushmach, Orcha.
perfect. And this is where we started. I'll continue. Va'amitecha l'rosheha sareha v'yoatzeha v'taknem ba'etza tova milfanecha. Hazek et yedei megine eretz kadshenu v'hanchilem Eloheinu Yeshua ve'ateret nitzachon te'atrem v'natata shalom ba'aretz v'simchat olam v'yoshveha v'nomar amen. You guys are doing great, really well. And this proves my point. Sometimes practice from the middle of the prayer. Sometimes practice the last line and then move to the next last line and then to the third from the last line. Just challenge yourself not to always start at the top. And you will get smoother. Truly, you will. Okay, I really am impressed with that. Thank you.
No
I-
stopwatch, though.
What?
No stopwatch.
Oh,
Okay, I'm switching my screen so that you guys will be able to see what I want you to do next. Okay, so we're gonna move on now to the V'ahavta, which we also started last week, right? Or we had started previously, but we came back to it, honestly. Oops, I'm on the wrong page. Let's see if you'll be able to see. Can you see my screen? Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor?
yes.
What page in Lev Shalom is it?
And in Lev Shalom, it is on 155.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Does anyone want to see, want another page? I can read, or else you're just looking at my screen? Everybody's good? Is this big enough?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So as you know, this is the V'ahavta and the first paragraph following the Shema. Oftentimes it's chanted. And in fact, in my morning class, Geraldine Payne, who is a woman who is about to complete her conversion on the 25th of June. She has been studying with lots of different people, I think, for her conversion and to learn to read Hebrew. And she's in the Bat Mitzvah class that Women's League is having. She has learned how to chant not only this paragraph, but I think the third paragraph. And she chanted part of the third paragraph for us this morning, very beautifully, though she struggles a little bit to read it. I think she doesn't trust herself reading it. And in her head, she's hearing herself chant it, which impacts her ability to just read it straight, which, that's been my theory for quite some time now. But anyway, so, this paragraph is the commandment directly from Deuteronomy, right? You shall love your God with all your heart, with your soul. The words that he commands us shall be taken to heart. Teach them to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your home, when you walk down the way, when you lie down, when you rise up. Bring them as a sign upon your hand and a symbol above your eyes. So that's the concept of tefillin, right? Inscribe them on your doorposts and on your gates. And then the third paragraph, still from, this one's from Numbers. And God said to Moses, speak to Israel, instruct them that in every generation they shall put on tzitzits on the corners of their garments, placing a thread of blue and the tzitzits in the corner. Shall look upon it and remember the mitzvot and fulfill them. Remember and fulfill all of the mitzvot. Be holy before God. I am your God, brought you out of the land of Egypt. I am your God, Adonai. So, it's very repetitive in its own way, but it is also the commandment. So, and again, I learned to chant it, I think, before I learned to read it. So just from going to synagogue all the time. So I'll read it, and then each of you is going to read back to me. Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor. Oh, and I will repeat. So this is printed with the Torah trope signs, which are wonderful if you're chanting it, and you need to read the trope. But if you're just reading it, sometimes those little signs can be confusing. They are not vowels, they are Torah trope. So Lorraine, you weren't here last week, but you appreciate what little markings are Torah trope, or you want me to go over that?
In terms of, you mean what
So-
they mean?
No, just so here, the word Vayomer, see this little kind of
Yes,
comma, backwards comma, that's trope. This is also, these two signs go together. This little comma here and this little comma here, they together make one trope sound. And then you
I
have
see.
it repeated here. And then here's the long line. That's the end of a sentence in trope. That's the sofit.
And
then
then the
up here-
eyelashes.
yeah, up here you've got eyelash. That's a good name. Up here you got these two little eyelashes for a trope sign, and this little arrowhead or carrot over here. That's a trope sign. And again, up here at the end of the lamed. So,
Okay.
and this
I see.
little corner sign down here, the colon up here, the single eyelash. So yes, they're all over the place. And those are
Okay.
not vowels, they're Torah trope. So, this little wishbone down here, another wishbone down here. So they confuse elementary readers. And I think when I first introduced it in my Hebrew class, you guys found it confusing. Like, what are all those extra markings? That's what they are. All right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So, Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor. And God said to Moses, say to them, Daber el b'nei Yisrael va'amarta alehem va'asu lahem tzitzit al kanfei vigdehem lidorotam v'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf patil techelet v'haya lachem litzitzit or item oto uzkartem et kol mitzvot Adonai va'asitem otam velo taturu achare levavchem ve'achare einechem asher atem zonim acharehem lema'an tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai V'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher chotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lihiyot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Amen.
Okay, now it's your turn. Eileen, will you read the first line?
Vayamer,
Vayomer. Uh-huh.
Adonai El Moshe Lemor
Mhm.
Daber El B'nai Israel.
Perfect. Thank you. Lorraine, will you continue?
V'amarta alehem v'asu lachem tzitzit al kinfei.
Kan. See the ah? Kanfe.
Oh, okay, yes, kanfei vigdehem.
Very nice. Thank you. Sivi Ann, will you continue here?
Lidoro tam vinat ni. I don't know what that is. They're
New.
not new. Okay, so the bottom is not.
The bottom is trope. This is the
Post
vowel.
it. Oh, vinat new. El
Al,
al seed hakan nif
naf,
naf hakan naf pitil
putil. So this is no. Right.
patil
Mhm.
ha k let
Techelet.
Gehelet. Adonai.
V'haya. This is
V'haya.
hey,
V'haya. Sorry.
v'haya. Very good.
What is it?
Okay.
Oh, excuse me, the last word?
V'haya.
V'haya.
Right. Unlike, so down
That one
next
is
line, this is
Adonai.
Adonai, Yud
Yeah.
Hey Vav Hey. This is Vav Hey Yud Hey. This is V'haya.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Vav Hey Yud Hey V'haya. As opposed to this is Adonai, Yud Hey Vav Hey. And no vowels, right? Yud Hey Vav Hey is just Adonai. But we just read V'haya. Okay. Marcia, the
Lachem,
yes.
Latzitzit, or Item, Oto, Uzkartem,
Nice.
Et, Kal, Matzit, Meets, Vote,
Perfect.
Adonai.
Very nice. You got this. Meets vote. This is that weird vav where it's a consonant and a vowel. Meets vote. Nice job. Okay. Eileen, well, I'll take a turn and then you'll go next. All right. Va'asitem otam velo taturu acharei levavchem ve'acharei einechem. Eileen, next.
As- Asher, Atem, Tsonim, Ata, Acha,
Yes.
Acharechem,
Hem.
Chem,
Hem. This is the H. This is a hey. Hem.
Hem,
Yeah.
Lu'aman,
The ma'an, yes.
Teets, wait, Teets,
This is Zion, so this is just a Z sound. Tease.
oh, tease, I said teets, tease. Now, is that a, on top of the resh, that's a,
That's trope, right? So don't worry
okay,
about
so-
that.
okay, yeah, that was confusing.
Yes.
T, choru,
So this is a more of a harder K. So T's kuru.
karu,
There you go.
va'asitem,
Va'asitem. Very nice. Okay. Lorraine, will you keep going?
Et kal mitzvotah
Tai.
tai v'yitem
Mhm.
kadshim.
So there's a O up here. You see the dot?
Yes, okay.
Doshi.
So K.
Kedoshim
There you go. Kedoshim. Perfect.
Lo.
lelo hechem
Perfect.
Adonai.
And the Adonai. Very
Yeah.
good.
could you repeat the third word on that line, please?
It's called mitzvotai. This or keep
The
going.
next one.
Vi he tem. So vi he tem. This H here is a little tricky.
V, he, tem,
V he tem. So vi he tem. I put the H with this one.
okay.
So it's a little tricky. Vi he tem. It's very hard to do slowly. V he tem. Exactly. So you say V, and you add kind of a H he tem.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So Sivian, I think you're the second to last line now.
Okay. Hello, Hechem, Asher, Hoseiti,
Yep.
Et Chem,
Mhm,
May Eretz, Mitzrayim,
mhm.
Le Yot.
Lihyot, very good. Lihyot. This is another one like
Another
this one up here. he, right? Except this one comes out easier. Li hyot. I think it right. Li hyot. Perfect. Marcia, finish us off.
Lachem, Lelohim, Aneh,
Ani. Ani.
Ani. Okay, I'm using my magnifying glass. The vowels are giving
Well,
me a
there's
hard-
a trope sign
Yeah,
next.
it's bothering it. Okay.
Right.
Ani, Adonai, Elohechem.
Very nice. Lovely. Okay. So now we're going to go.
Amen.
Emet, actually. It's
Amen.
emet.
Truth.
Truth, exactly. So now we're going to go to the third paragraph. Whoa, what did I just do? All right. Oh, this
This was
is the third paragraph. What am I saying? Right? This is the third paragraph. So we're just going to do it again. Okay. Well, let me think.
Where are we?
Should we do both of them again? Let's do both of them again. We'll do them in order. I think that would be helpful. I apologize for my confusion. Okay. Let's start at the top. Eileen, will you start us with V'ahavta here?
Hafta et Adonai Eloheinu
Read what it says. Elo.
Elohecha
Thank you.
b'chal levavecha
Levavcha. You were right the first time.
levavcha
Yeah.
uvchal naf shecha.
Perfect. Exactly. Lorraine, keep going.
Uchal me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzucha.
Mitzavacha.
Mitzavcha.
So this dot, it means nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the vowel is under the tzamach, and this just becomes a v sound, savcha.
Could you repeat the last word?
Yeah, mitzavcha.
Mutzamcha. Is that
Sav. You see, this is a vav, so it has a v sound, right? Mitzavcha.
Davcha?
Right, so
Okay.
this dot is not part of the vav or a vowel because it has a shva underneath. So this is an emphasis sign,
Okay,
not a vowel. Okay,
thank you.
very good. Sivi Ann, will you continue?
Hayom al levavecha v'shi nan tacham v'shinan something I'm missing.
No, you got it.
Oh, okay. Levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha.
Yeah, b'shivtecha, very nice. Marcia?
V'veitecha, uvlektecha, v'derek, uvshak, b'ka, uvkumecha.
Really good. All right, I'll read now. Ukshartam liot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha. Eileen, will you read the last line?
Uchtachatam al mutzuzot
Mezuzot.
beitecha uvish arecha.
Exactly. Visharecha. You guys are doing nicely. All right, I'm going to just read it start to finish one more time. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam V'shivtecha b'veitecha u'lechtecha v'derech uv'shach b'cha uv'kumecha u'kshartam liot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvish arecha. All right, skipping the second paragraph, going on to the third.
I
Okay,
think Berman House does that section.
they do via hafta, they do, but they
Yeah.
do not do the other paragraph. They don't do this paragraph or this, the middle paragraph, but they do the first paragraph, absolutely. As does our guy, this guy,
Norman.
Norman, exactly.
There's our Ashray guy.
Yes, our Ashray guy. So he does it too.
Great.
Okay. Okay. So, but this is the third paragraph. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe Lemor. Daber el b'nei Yisrael. Ve'amarta alehem ve'asu lahem tzitzit al kanfei vigdehem. Lidorotam v'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf patil techelet v'haya lachem litzitzit or item oto uzkartem et kol mitzvot Adonai va'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavchem ve'acharei einechem asher atem zonim achareichem hem lema'an tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kadoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher chotzeti etchem me eretz Mitzrayim lihiyot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Okay. Now you guys have to read to me, Lorraine. I'll let you start at the top.
Okay. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe Lemor Daber el B'nei Yisrael.
Very nice. Sivi Ann, will you continue?
Ve'amarta alehem v'arsu lahem tzitzit
Mm-hmm.
al kanifei kanfei vigdehem.
Yes.
Okay, vigdehem. Do you want me to continue?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you finished your line.
Yes.
My mind continues, but no, it's
Oh.
Marcia's turn. It's Marcia's turn to continue.
Ladora tam v'nat nu al tzitzit hakanaf patel
Mhm.
techelet
Yes.
v'haya.
Very nice. Okay. Eileen, will you continue?
Lachem letzitzit ur item
Yep.
oto ut.
Uz. This is a Zion.
Yeah, I thought I said it right. I said ooze, oot.
Perfect. Uz. Okay, Uz.
Ooze chartechem.
Tem.
Tem.
Uz char tem.
Ooze vartem.
Mhm.
you don't really hear the vowel that under the tam.
Yeah, Tim.
I think
yeah.
it's the eh. It's just, yeah, that's the eh.
Yeah. Et cow meets wrote meet wrote
There's a vav, means vote.
meets vote Adonai.
Exactly. Okay. Lorraine,
Va'asitem otam below taturo, taturu
Hmm.
achare levavchem
mhm,
va'achare
mhm.
einechem.
Very nice. You guys are getting it. Sivian,
Okay, Asher, Atem, Zo, I guess,
yep.
Zonim,
Mhm,
Ach, or Acha,
mhm.
Acha Reitem,
Perfect. Aharehem.
Atarehem, Laman, Tees,
Ma'an.
Lama'an,
Ma'an. Yeah.
Tees, Karu,
Mhm.
Ba'asitem.
Very nice. Marcia?
Excuse me. Et kol mitzvota,
Mitzvotai.
two things. Mitzvota,
Tai. So it has a
tai,
ah.
that all with the yud, okay.
Yep,
Mitzvotai, v'heyitem, that was that one we had trouble with.
Vihitem. Yeah.
Vahitem,
Kadoshim, Lelohechem, Ani Adonai.
Very nice. Eileen?
Eloheinu Asher
Elohechem.
Elohechem Asher Huzeti Hozeti
Very good.
Etchem. That's the same word.
Yes. Yes.
May Eretz Mitzrayim
Mm-hmm.
Yim, they're yoked. Yoked.
Last word, this one.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yoked.
lihiot, that's it. It's lihiot. It's all it is. That's it. Okay. Lorraine?
Lachem lelohem ani.
Him, lelohim. So this little wishbone is
Yeah.
a trope sign, so it's just the dot.
Okay. Lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Very nice. You guys did much better this last time. I could sense it. I'll read it last time just to make it smooth before we move on. Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor. Daber El Bnei Yisrael. Ve'amarta Alehem. Ve'asu lahem tzitzit. Al kanfei vigdehem. Ledorotam. Venatnu al tzitzit. Hakanaf Patil Techelet. Bahaya Lachem Litzitzit, or Item Oto, Uzkartem, et Kol Mitzvot Adonai, Va'asitem Otam, Velo Taturu, Achare Levavchem, Vi'achare Einechem, Asher Atem Zonim Acharehem. Lama'an tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yihitem kadoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher chotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'hiyot lahem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Excellent. You guys did great. I think I can. Can you see Ashrei? I just switched my my tab. Can you see Ashray now
Yeah,
on my screen?
we
Yes.
can see it. Could be
Yeah.
a little bigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger. I just, sometimes when I switch screens, you
Oh.
guys don't see it, but sometimes you do. So give me one second. There, how's that?
Perfect.
Okay,
I do better with my book. What page is it on? Lev
Okay.
Shalom.
Ashray, 181 in the red
Okay.
Lev Shalem.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have little papers in, but I'm not sure which one it was.
I know, I hear you.
I have little markers.
Yeah.
Aha, I got it.
Okay, okay, okay. So let's think. Should we do it from the top or should we do it from the middle? Okay, I tell you what, I'm gonna do it for you, and then we're gonna do it from the middle back to the top. But I'll give it to you first, okay? You want me to read it or chant it?
Chant it.
Chant it slowly. How's that?
I'm happy to do it. Okay. Ashrei yoshvei betecha, od hallelujah, selah. Ashrei ha'am shekach lo, ashrei ha'am she'adonai Elohav. Tehillah leDavid, aromimcha Elohai hamelech, va'avarcha shimcha leolam va'ed. V'chol yom avarchecha, va'ahalav shimcha leolam va'ed. Gadol Adonai umhulal me'od, ve'ligdulato ein cheker. Dor ledor yeshabach ma'asecha, ugvurotecha yagidu. Hadar kevod hodecha, v'divrei niflotecha asicha. Ve'ezuz norotecha yomeru, ugdulatecha asaprena. Zecher rav tuvcha yabiu, v'tzidkatecha yiranenu. Chanun barachum Adonai, erech apayim ugadal chased. Tov Adonai lakol, v'rachamav al kol ma'asav. Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chasidecha yevarchucha. Sorry. Kevod malchutecha yomeru, ugvuratcha yedaberu. Lehodia lifnei ha'adam gevurotav, uchvod hadar malchuto. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umem shaltecha bechol dor vador. Somech Adonai lechol hanoflim, v'zokef lechol hakfufim. Einei chol elecha yisaberu, ve'atanu ten lahem et achlam be'ito. Poteach et yadecha, umaspia lechol chayratzon. Tzadik Adonai bechol drachav, v'chasid bechol ma'asav. Karov Adonai lechol korav, lechol asher yikra'uhu ve'emet. Ritzon yire'av ya'aseh, ve'et shav'atam yishma b'yoshiem. Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav, ve'et kol harshaim yashmid. Tehillat Adonai yedaber pi, ve'yivarech kol basar shem kadsho leolam va'ed. Va'anachnu nevarech ya, me'ata v'ad olam. Hallelujah. Okay. You guys are going to start from the middle. Kavod. Hey, I think it works. We're going to go with my theory. It's my prerogative. It's my class. Okay.
You're-
Here we go. Eileen, will you start at the top with kavod?
Kavod malchuto techa. I was trying to sing it, I can't. And I
Okay,
can't
then
sing it from the middle. I can't sing it from.
So just read.
Techa.
Malchuttecha.
Yo, 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 meru, ugvura techa, yoda, beru.
Okay, there you go. Lorraine? You can just
Lehodia.
read. Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
just gonna read. Okay.
Perfect.
Lehodia, Livne, Ha'adam, Gevurotam, Tav, Uchbod, Chadar, Malchuto.
Very nice. Thank you. Sibi Ann?
Malchutecha, Malchut, Kol, Olamim, Umem, Shaltecha, Bekol Dor Vador.
Lovely. Thank you. Marcia?
Domek Adonai Lakal Hanaflim
Noflim.
Noflim V'Zokef Lakal Hakfufim.
Nice. Thank you. Eileen?
Ane,
Ane.
ane,
Yeah.
o, elecha,
Mhm.
yusha, beru, tach,
Ata.
tach,
Ata.
ta. The hay is silent.
The hay is just an open hay. Yeah. Ata. Yeah, it's hay. So it's
Okay. Notain la hem et akalam
achlam.
bo'ito.
Very nice. Thank you. Rain?
Poteach et Yadecha Umasbia L'chol Chai Ratzon.
Sibi Ann?
Sadiq Adonai, Bekol Darachen, Hev,
Chav.
Chav, Barachav, the Hasid,
Yes.
Bekol Ma'asav.
Lovely. Thank you. Marcia?
Arov Adonai Lakal Korav Lakol Asher Yikra'uhu Ve'emet.
Very nice. Eileen here.
Ratzon, Yurean,
Av.
and,
Av. This is a vet.
oh, av, Yureav, Ya'aser, V'et, Shav, Tam,
Mhm.
Yeshima,
Yishma.
Ryoshi, Yam.
Yoshim. Exactly. Good. Lorraine?
Omer Adonai et Kal Ohavav V'et Kal Har Sha'im Yashmi.
Lovely. Thank you. Yep. Yashmeet. Sibi Ann?
Tehilat Adonai Yader P.
Yadaber.
Yadaber P. Shall I
Exactly.
do the next name? Vera Reich.
Vivarech.
Vivarech. All right.
There it is.
Vivarech. Kol Basar Shem Kadsho Leolam Vaed.
Lovely. Marcia?
We anaknu
Va.
nibar
So va anachnu.
we anak nu,
So this first,
va,
there you go. Thank you.
va anak nu,
There you go.
v'varech ya ma'ata
May,
va'ad.
may.
What?
so
Oh,
may-
okay. I have a terrible time where it's two dots are aligned, even with my magnifying glass.
Oh.
Me'ata va'ad olam. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
There you go. Love. Okay, so I'm going to, since we only have a few minutes left, I know you guys have practiced the beginning more times than the end. So I know the beginning is even more smooth than the end. So I'm gonna just tell myself that I know you have it. So anyway, okay, but you're gonna keep practicing it. So it is traditional to do what's called a siyum at the completion of the study of, for instance, a section of Mishnah or maybe Torah. And I thought we should have that same sensation here. So Women's League studied Mishnah Barachot a couple of years ago, and one of their teachers wrote a lovely poem, and I modified the poem to apply to us as opposed to just being specific to the Mishnah Barachot. So I wanted to read it. Today we mark a moment when our learning seems complete. We've parsed it out and talked about what all these prayers can mean. But anyone who's come to learn will hear it from the sages. The first time through can only be what's written on the pages. Underneath what's written is a hidden magic world of wisdom, like a lotus flower yearning to unfurl. A secret life of layers are buried in these books. The only way we'll find them is to take another look. It would take a lifetime and the next 2, 3, or 4 to answer all the questions. That's what we're learning for. Even though this moment marks a time we feel complete, please know these prayers are saying, please come back to me.
Very
So
nice.
I know you guys aren't done with them. So, and then Barbara Esring did a siyum for another, this was Follow the Moon siyum. I'm not exactly sure what they were studying. I think it was, I assume it had to do with Rosh Chodeshes, but she concluded with, may it be your will, my God, that as you have helped me to complete this portion of my studies, that you will continue to help me begin new areas of learning and to complete them, to learn and to teach, to observe, to wonder, and to love all the words of your Torah. May you give strength to your people. May you bless your people with peace. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek, which I always like to say when we finish something, be strong, and carry on in strength. Chazak, chazak, give me strength, v'nit chazek. So we say that when we finish, right, one of the books of the Torah, and we move on to the next. So we've done great work together, and I really enjoyed it so much. I would love for you to guys to come, as I mentioned earlier, in the summer when I'm doing, it's not going to be, I don't know the frequency. I'll check in with everybody and see what availability you guys have, but it will be in the morning. It'll be 10 a.m. It will be, is that
Always that Friday?
Friday, 10 a.m., whatever the day, it would be a Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. I will send the link for you guys, and we'll study some more together. We're not giving up on Ashrei,
Okay.
so please practice it. The one thing that will make me the happiest is if you come to class and say, every week I spend a few minutes on Ashrei, and I didn't just start at the beginning. I picked a spot, I put my finger down, and I read from there. That would make me very happy.
But it still is very difficult to keep up the pace when it's sung in the synagogue.
It is.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
why I want you to keep
yeah.
practicing. That's actually my point, is that I want you guys to one day say, I can keep up. I can do it.
I just want, why is it sung so fast?
Well, you need to talk to your clergy about that.
Is the goal to include the congregation, or just to get it done.
Yeah,
That's a
right.
very fair question. Honestly, you should go up and ask someone, especially if they're, I don't know if you have, youngsters leading it. So oftentimes when a youngster leads it, it can either be a nice pace or they can get nervous and they mess up the pace entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
We
my
used to have girls that were going to the, Hebrew day school, used to lead us, and I couldn't keep up at all in those
Right,
days.
that's
But
the day
they
school
did a nice
kids.
job.
The day
Yeah,
school
my-
kids, I think, they want to show off and they want to go as fast as they can.
Well, my husband always says that they do the Neela service at the end of Yom Kippur at the top speed. Don't worry about leaving too soon because they just go.
Right. But on Shabbos morning, that shouldn't be the issue.
To be enjoyed.
should-
not- Ugh.
Right. You should see, that's what, Vivian,
I told you,
should-
our rabbi who is 40-something is like a cater boy. He's just like, he's trying to do it as fast as he can,
well,
the whole service.
you need to go say to have a nice little chat with him and say, it's Shabbos. We should savor it. So slow it
Yes.
down.
Yes.
But
yes.
since it's been on Zoom or whatever, I feel like he has some kind of limit of his time or something.
Oh,
But
I
I have yelled at him, slow down, David.
I have a question. Did you send out the larger copy? Was it Yigdal? Because I know I'm missing one. I thought maybe it was the Yigdal. I don't remember. Does anybody else remember?
I don't
I don't know.
remember.
I've been using my book.
But do you want me to send you Yigdal?
Do you mind? Because I
Don't mind.
figured it out. It wasn't the state of Israel. It was the Yigdal prayer.
Okay, I'll send you the Yigdal. I made a note.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Well, ladies, please stay healthy and continue to practice. And I hope I see you again, in several weeks.
Me
Thank you
too.
much. I'm looking forward
You,
to it.
thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
so welcome.
Yasher Koach.
Thank
Yasher
you.
Koach.